What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having a great day. We got our taxes in yesterday, and I went and set up my account. I'm thinking about the future. I'm trying not to get in that depressed state. And speaking of depressed, that was one of the subjects that some people gave me an idea on to do a video on. So I want to talk a little bit about it. Just so you guys know, I did not research anything depression before I made this video. I just wanted to share my personal experience with it and the people around me that I know for sure have depression or deal with depression on a daily basis. I've been thinking about this a lot over the last couple of days, and the one thing that I do want to share with you guys, which I think will be very helpful, is if you are in a depressed state or you feel like you're going into that depressed state, and sometimes you slip into it and you don't even know it. But I think the reason why, for most people, or a lot of people, is because you don't feel like you have anything to work towards, or you don't have anything, like you don't have any goal, or you don't have a purpose, you don't feel like there's any point in just living, basically. And I want you guys to live. I don't want you to slip into that depression state, because I've been there before. I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know what I was going to do. It's more, what got me out of it is mainly my talks to myself. And it's more or less you just have to tell yourself that I am not going to feel this way anymore. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get out of bed. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to. Oh, that's my bread. Hold on. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. And I'm going to have a good day no matter what. You have to tell yourself that, because if you don't, life can get to you sometimes. And one thing that really, really helped me with my depression is God and doing my devotionals. Now, I know some of you who watch this probably aren't, that you don't believe in Jesus or anything like that, or maybe you believe in something else. But I will tell you that God is the big reason why I'm still here today, why I'm not an alcoholic, why I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, why I don't do pills anymore, why I don't smoke weed anymore, because I have found a different kind of high that gets me throughout the day. This is the reason why I talk about making lists. And yeah, it seems stupid. Yeah, okay, buddy, make a list. That all makes sense. And I get where you would be coming from, you know, but there's so much more to just making that list. That list, for instance, gives me something to look forward to. That list reminds me that I have people depending on me. That list reminds me of things that I don't want to put off till the last minute, because if I do and things pile up, I'm going to feel depressed again. So I don't ever want to go back to feeling that way, and that's why I preach to you guys always: get up, get stuff done, kill the day before it kills you, and I think it will benefit everyone if they just, you know, and I know this sounds like cliche, if everybody just thought the way I did, they wouldn't feel the way they do. But seriously, if you just sit there and be like, today, whoever you are, say your name, whatever, like to me, like, today, buddy, we're going to get up, we're going to do all of our stuff, and then we're going to find something new. We're going to find a new goal. We're going to have something to look forward to, so that way our life has meaning, whether it be helping somebody else out or trying to help yourself. I understand for some of you, you aren't in a position to help other people, and maybe you need to help yourself first. So I don't know any hotlines for people who have depression. I know my mother is on depression meds and anxiety, mainly due to a lot of circumstances, and depression can be circumstantial, but you have to tell yourself that you're going to get over this hump. And the one thing that it reminds me every single day when I read my devotionals, the one thing that keeps getting pounded in my head is that, yes, you're probably going to go through trials and tribulations. You're probably going to go through issues that you don't quite understand. You're like, why is this happening to me? I've tried my best. I don't understand. Like, I don't see the point. You know, there's no point to even getting out of bed. So, or maybe you use alcohol or whatever. You know, everybody is different. But I used alcohol, pills, a long time ago. But, you know, maybe you feel like there's no point in getting up and doing what you're supposed to do today. But just remember, and I'm here to tell you this, that 3 or 4 months ago, we were living in a duplex. It wasn't the greatest duplex in the world. It was a roof over our head, and I was happy to have it for the 2.5, maybe 3 years that we lived there. But I will tell you that I do live in a house now. I live in a house that I get to do whatever I want to now. And that's the biggest thing. That was like my biggest dream. While everybody else, when I was 18 years old, while everybody else was talking about the newest freaking Oakley sunglasses or the newest iPhone coming out or the newest clothes or the newest vehicle, my dream was always to just own a house. And now that I own a house, it's the greatest thing in the world. I literally get up and I look around and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my house. This piece of property is mine. And had I stayed in my slump of depression, I probably wouldn't be here today. And God has shown me that if I just push through to the other side, that I can get what I'm looking for. I can get a sense of purpose. I can, even if it's a material thing. This house is a material thing. Right? You know, it is a material thing. It's something that everybody needs, but it's also a material thing. But God showed me that if I just keep pushing through, that, you know, I can have what I want as long as I work for it and do it the right way. And, you know, I prayed and prayed and prayed to God, you know, how are we going to, you know, when my wife and I were going through money problems and we were going through all this different stuff, we were like, Lord, how am I going to get to that point in my life where I own a house and, you know, a place where I can be proud to have my children, a place where they can have their own bedrooms and their own backyard to do whatever they want. And, you know, we have our own living space and we don't have to worry about the people connected to us and, you know, bothering them or them bothering us, vice versa. So, you know, it just goes to show you that if you ask, it will be given. Just ask for it. Tell yourself, what do I want? Figure out what you want. And then ask for it. Ask the Lord, Lord, please give me peace. Please give me clarity. Give me, you know, please provide me with the necessary tools that I need to get myself out of this depression and to move forward in my life, to be able to have a purpose and to wake up every day wanting and having this drive to push to do better every single day, because it's going to be what's best for my wife and my kids, or, you know, the people around me or whatever. So, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I haven't done any research on depression. I haven't done, you know, I just know what I've personally dealt with, and I know what the people around me have dealt with. And tonight, to celebrate, because this is a new season of my life. I'm starting to mature financially, on how I do my finances and on, you know, how I live my life. And this is kind of a celebration. So I went out and I got some movies, a movie that my son has been wanting to watch for a long time. I got a movie that I think my wife would like. I made a shrimp pasta dinner. I've got some salad. We got some garlic bread. Speaking of which, I need to get this out of here, but out of the oven. But I'm celebrating because I made it through that. I went through the fire and I came out the other side untouched, unscathed. You know, and that doesn't mean that nothing bad happened to me during that time. That doesn't mean that I wasn't hurt or discouraged or whatever, but, you know, and it doesn't mean that I didn't fail either. I've failed 100 times, but the point is to get back up. And I feel like for a lot of people who are in depression, they feel like I can't fail if I don't try, which that's wrong. That's the wrong way to think. So you need to shift the way you're thinking. If you quit, you fail. If you keep going, you're not a failure. You're just somebody who didn't get an opportunity, or you missed a step or something like that. But that's okay as long as you keep going, because you're going to figure it out eventually. You have to keep pushing. And that's the one thing I've learned, is that you can do the same thing 1,000 times. And it may, it may suck to do it in the beginning, and you're going to, you're going to stumble along the way, and you're going to get better, and you're going to get worse, and you're going to get better, and you're going to get worse before you get better. And by the time you get to the 1,000th time you've done it, it's going to be almost like you don't even have to think about it. It's just like, this is what I got to do. I know I got to do it, and it's so easy that it's not an inconvenience in my life, that I can do it and I can get out of the way, and I don't have to complain about it. I don't have to sit here and dwell over the fact that this is a daunting task for me, and I can actually look at this task and break it down individually and not be scared of it. I can move forward. I can look at it and say, I got to do this, this, and this, and this, instead of just looking at this task and not getting on with the rest of my life. I want you guys to live your lives. I want you guys to be able to get up every day and live like this. I want you to feel like I feel. This is why I make these videos, and today's topic just so happens to be depression. That's what I went through. So if you're going through depression, definitely talk to somebody. If you're going to a church, try to talk to your priest. If you have a therapist or a counselor, go talk to your counselor. If you have been doing those things and you just can't see, for me, it's all mindset. And for some people, it may be just something they just can't get past. And I definitely say that medication is your last resort. So try everything first. Try talking to yourself. Try being positive. Get a notebook out. Write down positive things like, today I'm going to do this, or today I'm going to get out of bed and live my best life. Today, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. So my suggestion to you is just that. Just write down what you want in life. If you're in a spot in your life where as time goes, what you want in life may change, and that's okay. As long as you get up every single day and you keep doing what you say you're going to do. I had in mind where I wanted to be as a person. I'm there now, and now it's time for me to set new goals. And my newest goal as of recently was to quit smoking. I have successfully not had a cigarette for over a week and a half now. And before, that was an issue with me, because I would wear the patch, and then I'd be like, I can have a cigarette. So I'd take the patch off, have a cigarette, wait a couple hours, put the patch back on, and I was just wishy-washy about it. Kept going back and forth, and I finally just told myself, buddy, you got to stop smoking. Even though you may enjoy smoking or having a cigarette every now and then, you've got to stop smoking. You got to do it. You have no other choice. So when you have no other choice, there's only one thing to do but to quit smoking. You just got to tell yourself that that's how it's going to be. Like I said, I wrote down a list of things that I'm supposed to do every single day, and I get them done, and I make sure that everybody else is taken care of around me, and that's what makes me happy. But the next stage of my life, I feel like, is going to be an even different hurdle. And I look at life, I actually saw this on, it was a movie or a YouTube game or whatever, or it might have been some motivational speech that I saw. But life is kind of like a game, and you have to, you have to pass a certain level in order to get to the next level. And because I believe in Jesus and God and everything, I believe He hands you things one thing at a time. And it's His way of showing you how to learn. And, before I had a kid, I had my finances figured out. And things were going well for me. Everything was paid up and everything. And then we had a kid, and that's when I got married. That He handed me a wife, which I'm thankful for. And then He handed me. I automatically had a kid with Aria because she had already had Aria before we got married. So, for those of you who don't know, my daughter is not biologically my daughter. I ever since she was 3 months old, I've been her father. So, that was a big step. And sometimes God will throw something at you because He knows He wants what's best for you. And He's going to throw something at you that's going to basically make you say, okay, there's no way that I can live this lifestyle and take care of that as well. So I've got to quit one or the other. And the choice I made was to quit doing pills, weed, and drinking. And so, you know, and I had to take care of my family. But then once I learned how to take care of my family from a financial standpoint, I had to learn how to. It went in further detail as I'm going on, and as I keep going on, my life is unfolding. And every time I get to the end of the road, a new section of the road just appears, and it's like, okay, now I'll try to get through this terrain. Whatever. And like I said, it's like a video game, so you have to go through different levels of life. So pick one thing that you're having issues with in your life and master that one thing. Once you master that one thing, it'll be like don't stay out of it. We're not done with dinner yet, okay? I gotta pull this stuff out. I gotta get it all together, and then we'll make dinner. So go watch your movie. Baby, go watch your movie. You will have some, and I will give it to you, but you're gonna have to wait a second.
Just give it to me.
No. Go.
Go.
Go. I'm making a video. You need to go. Okay? But anyway, and that's one of the things that's one of the hurdles I've had to learn with my daughter. And you know, I'm getting better at it as time goes, but if I give up, I'll never learn her and everything that makes her tick and to understand her. So as life goes on, God will hand you another step and another step and another step. So figure out one thing in your life that you are having issues with and just attack it. Just keep attacking it. And you may not understand it the first 15 times. But eventually there's going to be a light bulb go off in your head. You're going to figure it out. And then another light bulb immediately after. They're like, oh, now that I've figured this out, I need to start figuring this out. And you'll go through it. And life will keep unfolding for you. And, you know, I think the biggest step for me, the next stage of my life, is figuring out this YouTube thing. Because for some reason, I do enjoy making videos. And for some reason, I feel guilty when I don't make them. And I think that's God telling me that I need to. The next stage of my life is to figure out how to make this YouTube thing work. I don't know. You know, I don't know what lies ahead. And yes, it is scary, but is that going to stop me? Am I going to lay down because of it? No. I'm going to get up. I'm going to make a video for you guys as often as I possibly can, even as stupid as the video may be. I know some of this is like you've repeated yourself 1,000 times, but that's okay. I will keep messing up in order to get it right one time. If it will change somebody's life or my life or, you know, whatever, for the better, I will keep putting out videos no matter how stupid the video is, no matter how many times I don't get any likes, no matter how many times my subscriber number doesn't get up. I do it because I have a purpose. I have a message that I'm trying to get out of there, and these are the things that help me get out of depression. So with that being said, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get the rest of my stuff done, and I'm going to clean up the dishes and get everything presentable, so that way when my wife gets here, we will have the food ready. We can sit down and eat, we can enjoy our movie, and we can celebrate life, because we are no longer depressed, and we love each other, and we have a goal in mind. So I love you guys. Please take what I say to heart on most of the stuff, because I really am trying to help you figure out your own way. Just whatever you do, just figure it out. I don't care what your method is, whatever. Just figure it out. And with that being said, I love you guys. God bless. Y'all have a good day. And if you guys like the video, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. I love you guys. God bless.